What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the Safe Zone. My name is Cole, or the Master Actor, and today we are here for a brand new person for the channel, Evan MC Gaming. Now, I know absolutely nothing about the Dream SMP. Like, I knew people existed, like I knew Dream was a big YouTuber, I knew Tommy was a big YouTuber, and I knew Techno. And that was about it. I didn't watch them or anything, but I knew they were big YouTubers at least. But this apparently has all of them in it, so I'm excited to see what parts they play, like what's going on. And I'm pretty sure, because this is it's a lore server, so I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be like explaining the lore, or at least the first part, because this is titled Part 1. So I'm excited to get into this. I'm excited to see what this whole world is about, because I know it is a huge fandom. But if you are excited as well, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button down below. Both those really help the channel. And make sure to comment down below on what you think I should react to next. I've gotten suggestions for saddest, and I will definitely do that soon. Someone said, I'm not sure who it was at the moment, but you know who you are, said they're like trailers for the Dream SMP, like movie trailers. So I'm excited to see what those are like, because honestly, I love movies, I love cinematography and stuff like that, so I'm really excited to get into those. But right now, we are here for the complete story of the Dream SMP Part 1. And I'm so excited for this, guys, so without further ado, let's dive into the video.
Growth, friendship, and ruin. Across the
Starting
life
out
of
like
the Dream
really
SMP, these three truths have shaped the story into one of the most treasured in Minecraft history. Spanning many months and including some of the most talented content creators in the community, the story has evolved well past that.
Only
ever
recognize
thought
one
to
of them
come
in
from a
stream.
Minecraft server.
And Tommy, I guess.
To truly understand the
Technoblade.
story,
I saw
you
him.
must go back to the beginning.
I know he
Today,
exists.
I will take you on a journey through the early days of the server and tell the story of Part 1 of the Dream SMP.
Alright, I'm hyped.
Really quick, this video took weeks to make, so if you could take 1 second to subscribe, it is completely free and it would make my day. Thank you.
You should definitely subscribe to
Also,
him.
thanks to Lord Cantor for letting me use his recreation of the Dream SMP for this video.
That's awesome.
If you want to see how he managed to rebuild the server block for block, go check out his
This
channel
server
in the
looks so
top link
nice.
of the description.
Whenever I'm on a Minecraft server, the builds
Anyway,
never look this good.
Let's start from the beginning.
Alright. Excited.
Day 1 of the Dream SMP. A time before war, before nations, before death. A
Oh.
much simpler time than what we know today. A time of peace. On April 25th, Dream and George created what has grown into one of the most influential Minecraft servers ever. But to them, it was just a normal survival world. A few months prior, on February 5th, Minecraft released their first snapshot of 1.16, the Nether update.
Oh.
Because of Dream's focus
My
on
bad.
his channel, as well as his speedrunning grind that started shortly after, Dream had not had time to truly explore the new update.
That's fair.
This world finally gave him a chance to do so. During their first stream, Dream and George intended just to play the game. No speedrunning, no Minecraft manhunt, just plain old survival. And that's exactly what they did. After making a portal, Dream and George explored the new biomes and structures added to the game. After a long journey through the Nether, the two decided to head back. After dying in the Nether, the two journeyed back to gather. They finally were able to find their stuff and escape. Yeah, they lost all their stuff.
Oh my god.
Later, they finally were able to explore the Bastion with no problems, and by the end of the stream,
George!
things were looking good.
It's always George.
Soon after the beginning of the SMP, its first members other than Dream and George
I
were
recognize
added.
those two.
These included Sapnap, the third member of the Dream Team, as well as their close friends It's Alyssa and Awesome Dude.
So It's Alyssa is
Over
a
the
new,
next streams,
new
the
person.
five were able to develop the world considerably. One of these projects included the centerpiece of the SMP and oldest building on the server, the Community House. Located in the middle of the lake, the Community House, as well as the paths branching off of it, still stands today as a hub for travel across the main server.
That's cool.
A few other notable builds include the Community Nether Portal, which also remains a very important location today, and the Courthouse, which is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
The server was growing. And along with it, the player base grew too. Before long, 2 new members have been added to the server.
I know Bad.
Ponk and Bad Boy
Okay, so
Halo.
that's Ponk. It's Alyssa
Although
and
Bad
Ponk.
Boy Halo
Those are
was
new
a
ones.
neutral force during the early days of the server, his presence would
Sounds
be felt
about right.
much more later in the story. Ponk, on the other hand, got to work right away building his first giant lemon tree. He also began trapping people's bases.
Okay.
He started this with George. In an act of revenge for the trap, George decided to burn down the entirety of Ponk's lemon tree, prompting him to build another one farther down the path. But little did he know, this second tree, along with his careless actions of setting traps in people's bases,
you have to expect it to
would
come
drive
back.
the server to chaos, causing the first war.
Whoa.
But before that happened, another player was added to the server. The most important addition yet. This player was TommyInnit.
I watched your video like a few days
TommyInnit
ago.
was an up-and-coming creator who knew how to start drama.
Oh.
After his channel
What?
saw early success from Hypixel Skyblock, he was invited to join the new creator server, SMP Earth. Holding over 60 creators,
I heard
many
about
with
that.
millions of subscribers, this was a huge opportunity for Tommy. And he did not hesitate to try to fight all of them. He entered the Dream SMP
sounds about
with
right
the
for
same
his
goal.
character.
Coming off the recently ending SMP Earth, Tommy was ready for more fighting. And on his first day, he got straight to work. July 4th.
Oh my goodness.
After hours of streaming, Tommy gets a completely out of the blue message from Dream inviting him to the SMP. Joining without hesitation, Tommy immediately set out to do one thing: annoy everyone.
Yeah.
He quickly became a problem, stealing from chests and killing George repeatedly.
Yeah.
This resulted in him being taken to jail within about 20 minutes of joining the server.
Yeah,
A record
that's
that
yeah.
stands to this day. After pulling an epic gamer move and escaping, he continued to destroy things. This resulted in Dream teleporting him far away from spawn, banishing him temporarily. However, Tommy was not going to let this stop him from annoying them. Coming back by dying, Dream kept having to teleport him. This went on for a few minutes before TommyInnit had become the first player to be banned on the server.
Oh my gosh.
One Twitter block later, and Tommy was back. This time, he would follow the rules.
I don't believe that.
Well, kinda. After causing a bit more damage and claiming everything he could see as his property, Tommy decided to end his stream. His actions on the first day of the server would only be the beginning, as he would be streaming nearly every day on the SMP.
The grind is real.
2 days later, the first war on the Dream SMP began. It all started
This already
when
has
Tommy
escalated
decided
so
to build
much.
his house in a hill directly next to Ponk's giant lemon tree. Tommy being Tommy, they almost immediately began fighting over land. This resulted in Ponk killing Tommy and also trapping his house. Following the trolling of his house, Sapnap sought revenge, and he was able to get it by burning down most of Ponk's lemon tree. Enraged by his actions,
I feel bad for
Ponk
Ponk.
teamed up with its Alyssa to get him back again. They then burned down his entire house. They had crossed the line. Sapnap knew he had to put an end to this, but he couldn't do it alone. Though it took some convincing, Sapnap was able to get Tommy on his side, and
Oh,
together
that's dangerous.
they would kill Ponk and Alyssa. Until, in the middle of their fight, Dream logged.
Oh no. It's like two kids
Dream,
messing around and the
The
dad
creator
opens the
of
door.
the world, and so far the only one to stop Tommy's fits of destruction, had had enough. He had created the server to be a place to escape conflict, to work together, to create, and to have fun. And war had no place there. After watching the server begin to
sounds so
spiral into
political.
chaos, Dream decided to step in and stop the fighting. But he quickly discovered he was very undergeared, and within seconds, Tommy and Sapnap had killed him as well. The fighting escalated
Come on,
once
Tommy.
again, and soon nearly the entire server was involved in the conflict. Together, Sapnap and Tommy wiped out everyone standing in their way, even forcing Dream to log out temporarily.
Oh my gosh.
That was until something happened that turned the tides of the battle. Dream had stolen Tommy's most prized possessions on the server: his music discs. Tommy had spent
Okay.
hours finding these discs and was not about to let that time go to waste.
That's fair, I guess.
He had to get them back. Because Tommy and Sapnap were allies, Sapnap decided to help Tommy steal the discs back from Dream. Dream then joined the call and told Tommy that because he had proven to be untrustworthy, he would not be getting his discs back.
That's fair.
And if he decided to start any conflict again, the discs would be burned. While this was happening, Sapnap began looking for where Dream had hidden the discs. And a few minutes later, he found one. Running from Dream, who followed close behind, Sapnap passed the disc to Tommy, who then ran to his base, entered his mine, and hid the disc in a ravine. With Dream close behind, Tommy then faked hiding the disc in a completely different part of the ravine, distracting him long enough for Tommy to come up with a plan. The plan that would get his other music disc back from Dream and win him the first battle.
This is already so,
But
like,
him and
much
Sapnap
more.
couldn't do it alone. They needed someone else. And Tommy knew just the guy for the job. Tubbo and Tommy had been friends since the beginning. They met when Tubbo had been streaming on 0 viewers for almost a year, and
Relatable.
Tommy rated him with 20.
Awesome.
Later on Discord, the two started talking, and before long, they began streaming together. Throughout the Hypixel Skyblock phase and SMP Earth, Tubbo was there, scamming, fighting, and laughing his way to victory alongside Tommy.
That's
Tubbo
cool.
was a wholesome presence in contrast to Tommy and preserved the lightheartedness found in the early days of the server. Joining just a few days after Tommy, Tubbo quickly established himself as a force of good. Despite them being nearly opposites, the two unlikely friends fought together during every battle in the early days of the SMP.
Oh no, does that mean they're gonna
It was
betray
Tommy
each
and
other
Tubbo
later?
versus the world.
What do you mean by that?
So when Tommy and Sapnap needed some backup, he knew Tubbo would be there. Together,
Tubbo
the
was
three
in
of them plotted
the
to take down Dream
other
and
video,
take
right?
back Tommy's second disc.
I think he was.
Tommy's plan was simple. Surround Dream and all three attack him with axes to do the maximum damage possible. He hoped
Manhunt
this would
style.
give them at least a chance of killing Dream, and since Tommy knew Dream had the disc in his inventory, this was their only
I don't know,
chance
that's a gamble
of getting
though,
it back.
wouldn't it be?
As the fighting began, things were not looking good. After dying, Tommy and Sapnap brought a bed down to the ravine and set their spawn point nearby. The
Smart.
three then regrouped for one final ambush on Dream.
This
But
is just like
he
Manhunt
found
again.
them first. After Sapnap was killed, it was all up to Tommy and Tubbo to finish the job. Using gravel as a blockade, the two began to chip away at Dream's health. Tommy got a few good hits before falling to Dream, leaving it all up to Tubbo. And as Dream was retreating to heal, Tubbo chased him down, managing to kill him. They had
Nice.
done it. Together, the team had managed to take
Tubbo
down the
did what,
most
like,
powerful
no
man on the
hunter could
server,
do.
and Tommy's most prized possessions were back in his hands. After a quick celebration, Tommy decided it would be best to hide the discs in a chest off camera so Dream couldn't steal them when he was offline. But he quickly realized that Dream would not give up that easily.
What?
Sure, Tommy
Is that all
had
dug
won
out
the
by
battle,
Dream?
but the war was far from over.
Well, I mean, you could just store him in an ender chest, right? Then he couldn't get
A
them.
few days after Tommy joined the SMP, Tubbo was not the only new member to be added. 3 more of their friends, Purpled, Fundy, and Puns, were whitelisted as well. The SMP
Those are
was
all new
now
names to
beginning
me.
to flourish.
Oh no,
New
Puns was in the
players
other
meant
video.
new development, and from this point forward, the server really started to take shape.
That's a cool
The
build.
first major build was Purple's UFO. Lying fairly close to the community house in the same direction as Tommy's base,
That looks nice.
the
I like
UFO
that.
was one of the better looking builds for quite a while.
Yeah.
A socializing club was also constructed for resolving an issue that later arose between Fundy, Purple, and Tubbo. Finally, both Fundy and Dream created secret bases underground. These new builds,
Not a secret
along
base.
with the arising storyline of the Disc Saga and other conflicts on the server, helped the Dream SMP quickly gain popularity on YouTube and Twitch. And as development continued in the world, so did it in the battle for the discs. On July 10th, one day after his previous battle with Dream, Tommy logged on to the SMP, only to see that Dream had torn apart all of the land surrounding his base looking for the discs.
Oh my goodness.
And he found them.
What?
He was able to do this because when
how?
Tommy was hiding the discs off camera, he left his game sounds on. This allowed Dream to get an idea of where he had hidden them based on analyzing when he took fall damage and what blocks he mined before placing the chest.
What?
The discs had been lost once again.
What?
And this time, Dream would not let them
Dream
back
is a
so easily.
genius.
Tommy's first plan was to bargain with Dream, but that quickly went downhill when Tubbo pointed out that the only thing Tommy had of value was his netherite chestplate.
Abo.
After their genius idea of setting an ultimatum was
Gotta
shut down
bluff.
by Dream walking out of the building, Dream threatened to burn Tommy's discs if he didn't give him the netherite chestplate within 20 minutes. This left only one reasonable solution. One way for Tommy to get his discs back once and for all.
I assume it's not going to
Him
be
and
giving
Tubbo
up the
would
nether
try and
chestplate.
portal trap Dream and kill him with beds. Why did they actually think that would work? He literally just said he doesn't have the discs in his inventory. This plan was
Bruh.
absolutely foolproof.
That
There
was funny.
no
I
way
liked
it
that.
wouldn't work. Oh, okay. Knowing Dream knew their plan, Tommy and Tubbo were sure he had trapped the portal on the other side. Lucky for Tommy, he had ender pearls and was able to escape. Tubbo, on the other hand, was slain by Dream. And somehow, Tommy died as well. Their plan was not
no.
going too well. They had already both died and had made no more progress towards recovering the discs. They then met peacefully with Dream, who decided to give Tommy one last chance to trade his chestplate for the discs.
I assume he's not going to.
Tommy convinced Dream to give him 10 more minutes to think about it, buying him time to think of another plan. This time, Tommy's plan was different. It was literally the exact same plan. After yet another failed negotiation, an opportunity arose for one of the discs to be stolen. Dream, after taking out both Tommy and Tubbo multiple times, was feeling very confident. Because of this,
As
he
he
decided it would be funny to taunt them by playing the disc. But Tommy and Tubbo were ready. After playing it again higher up so they couldn't steal it, Dream began to build a blockade next to the jukebox. But Tubbo managed to slip through, ejecting the disc from the jukebox and taking it.
Nice.
He ran for his life. But
yeah.
eventually Dream killed both of them and took it back again. In the
Dream
words
is
of Tommy,
just too
they had a
good.
glimpse at freedom. But the battle continued. Building higher and higher, Dream continued to taunt Tommy with his
The build
discs,
battle.
holding them just out of reach. Until Dream was distracted by Tubbo, allowing Tommy to drop in from above and steal the disc back.
Nice.
Knowing it wouldn't be safe in the skies, Tommy dropped the disc down to Tubbo. However, Tubbo was not able to find it before Dream realized what happened and took back the disc once again.
Oh my
Twice
gosh,
now,
Tubbo.
the two have been incredibly close to victory, only to have the disc slip away at the last second. The fighting continued, but ultimately led nowhere.
Yeah.
And so, Tommy and Tubbo
As is war.
decided to take the trade. Tommy's netherite chestplate for the discs. As they prepared for the trade, Tommy thought back to the days
That
of
looks like a
Skyblock.
duel.
He was the king of scamming. Surely there was a way to beat Dream. Take back the discs while keeping his chestplate as well. Then, he remembered Tubbo.
Oh
who
yeah,
had been by his side
Tubbo.
the entire time. They both knew exactly what to do. As Dream dropped the discs, and Tommy dropped the chestplate, Tubbo made a break for the discs. By the time Dream realized what was happening, it was too late.
Too late.
Tubbo had grabbed both of the discs and logged out. It was a race
Smart.
for the chestplate. But Tommy won, managing to disconnect after picking it up. All that was left was Dream.
That was a smart play.
Alone in the ruins.
Kind of cheesy. Not cheesy. Kind of lame,
nothing.
but it was a smart
Or
play.
so they thought. Unbeknownst to Tommy and Tubbo, Dream had not dropped the real discs. The ones he traded.
Never
were
mind.
fakes.
I mean, who's
The
to say they're
finale of the
fake?
disc
What?
saga took place the next day. As Tommy logged on, still holding the netherite chestplate, he looked around for a bit, then went to find Tubbo. But Tubbo had his own problems to deal with.
Oh no.
After conflict arose between Fundy, Purple, and Tubbo, they decided to settle their affairs in the socializing club. During their conversation, Tommy burst through the door asking for Tubbo's help to finish the war. But war would have to wait, as in the socializing club there are no weapons and no fighting allowed for any reason. So they moved outside. After that encounter, Tommy and Tubbo moved forward with their plan to find the discs. And Tommy knew exactly how they would do it. He believed that the discs were hidden in Dream's secret base, but he had no idea where it was. So with
For
Tubbo's
obvious
help,
reasons.
Tommy would use an exploit to see through walls and find it. The plan worked, and within minutes, they had broken into the base. But once again, this wouldn't be the end. The discs weren't there. Confused,
Dream
Tommy and
definitely has
Tubbo
them
asked
on him,
around
right?
to see if anyone knew where the discs were. But they were out of luck. Until Dream logged on to the server. After some more negotiation, including a stack of diamonds the two had stolen from Dream, they once again agreed to trade the netherite chestplate for the discs. This time, there was no scamming. And just like that, the music discs were back in the hands of Tommy.
What? It was that easy?
Tommy and Tubbo had won the war. And to celebrate, the two sat on a bench near Tommy's house and listened to one of the discs. Overlooking the land, they thought about what they'd accomplished.
So cinematic.
Until a sudden realization hit. They had gotten the discs before. But it didn't matter. Anyone could take them at any time.
True.
There was only one safe place on the entire server
The
that left
Nether.
no chance
Oh.
of anyone stealing the discs. An ender chest. But as far as they
That's what I
knew,
was saying
no
earlier.
ender chests had been made yet.
So
So the two would have to quickly gather the materials and make their own before someone tried to steal the discs. If you don't know, an ender chest is crafted with an eye of enders surrounded by obsidian blocks. So all in all, they would need 8 obsidian, 1 blaze powder, and 1 ender pearl.
right.
They started by asking around for blaze rods. After Fundy wasn't interested, they went to talk to Puns, who, despite having his lawn griefed by the build battle the day before, and Tommy stealing some golden apples, agreed to supply them with a blaze rod and an ender pearl in exchange for an apple. But
What?
as Tommy got the apple and began making his way to Puns, Dream began to attack. Upon hearing their plans to seal the
Oh my
discs away in
gosh.
an ender chest, Dream knew if he wanted to stay in control, he had to stop them. Tommy quickly traded for the blaze rod and pearl, immediately running away as Dream began his pursuit.
Dream is
Tommy and
ruthless on
Tubbo
the
had
server.
to think of a plan, and quick. Dream is no stranger to chases, and Tommy knew he was living on borrowed time. Still needing 8 obsidian to craft the chest, Tommy had an idea. If Tubbo could distract Dream for just a minute or two, Tommy could rush over to the community nether portal and break enough obsidian to craft the chest.
Yeah.
As Tommy made his way to the portal and began mining, Tubbo followed Dream, telling Tommy exactly where they were. 1, 2, 3. Tommy had almost gotten half the obsidian they needed when Dream started shooting at him from a nearby watchtower.
Like it's like dramatic.
Barely alive with one heart,
in.
just a single arrow could end the dream of securing the discs.
And the dream.
Tubbo made his way to Tommy, covering him and supplying food. 4, 5. Dream made his way to the portal, Tubbo only managing to stall a few seconds. The two ran, taking refuge in the community house and blocking off the doors. Tubbo stayed on the ground floor, sacrificing his life and buying Tommy just enough time
was that named
to
not
escape
penis?
from the roof.
Bruh.
6, 7. They were so close. All that stood between
they were
them
actually
and
stopped
freedom
at
was
7?
a green
Oh
man
my
and a
goodness,
single
that's so
piece of
close.
obsidian. Dream chased Tommy. A relentless storm of arrows following Tommy's every step. He couldn't do it. If he stops running, Dream kills him. If he keeps running for long, he loses his sprint and Dream kills him. There was nothing Tommy could do. But he didn't have to do anything. He had Tubbo.
Yeah.
Tubbo remembered he had a piece of obsidian at his house and ran there immediately. Now, Tommy was the one stalling. As Tubbo grabbed the obsidian, he went out back and saw Tommy loop around towards the back of his house. Tubbo then dropped the obsidian, as well as some food, and stalled Dream just long enough for Tommy to craft the ender chest and lock away the discs for good.
Nice.
Together, against all odds, the two friends managed to save Tommy's most prized possessions from the wrath of Dream. With this, the disc saga was over. At least for now.
Oh no.
And the server was at peace once again. The next 2 weeks would be the most peaceful the server had ever seen since Tommy joined. With the end of the first major war, it seemed everyone needed a break from the chaos. But soon, a new player would be added to the SMP.
Oh?
A player that would completely change the nature of the server.
I assume it's this guy.
A storyteller. A mastermind of words. His ideas growing to define the server and made the story something people would remember. And July 24th, just 20 days after Tommy joined,
this all happened like
changed the course of the server forever.
Oh, that's such a good ending. Bro, I want to see more. Oh, wait, there's still more.
Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you get notified when part 2 comes out. Make sure to
guys, definitely, I get that this video is like old at this point, but you should definitely still go and subscribe to him. This was a great video. It was like cinematically and like script writing wise really good. Like honestly, that video was like entertaining to watch, and it made me care about like the characters and stuff like that. That was really cool. Like it's less like mind blowing, but like it was cool. I enjoyed it. So who did we meet? We kind of met Tubbo because we haven't really seen him much yet. He was in the hilarious video, but I mean he wasn't like a main character. But yeah, no, there's Tubbo, there's Tommy, there's Dream, Punk, who just couldn't catch a break, man. Like his tree or whatever kept getting burned down. The UFO, that was a cool build. That was by that one guy. That one person. I don't remember their name, but it was made by that one person. But yeah, no, this is a really interesting. I'm interested to see where this goes. I'm not entirely hooked yet, like I thought I would be, but I was entertained, and I enjoyed the video, which I'm really happy about. If you guys enjoyed the reaction, please make sure to hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button, it really helps the channel. Make sure to go subscribe to Evan MC Gaming. This video was great, and I can't wait to watch the rest of them, which I definitely will do. But yeah, that's about it for today. So just remember to stay safe out there. See ya!